Hello everybody, my name is Logan and today I'm going to show you guys how I made this wet felted boot. Perfect for the winter time. I know it's going to get cold here in Canada and this is just a great product to make when you have some pretty easy wool and that's about it. So I made this the other day and I'm going to film the other boot that I'll make. And so basically I used the brown that you see mostly on the inside is alpaca, and that's just going to keep the inside really warm. And then I combined that with some sheep wool to make these really fantastic booties. So we'll get started here. And I'll just run through all the equipment that you're going to need to make this. So first off, you're going to need to make a template. Can't remember what it's called. I think it's anyways, I'll remember what it's called later, but fabric, it can get wet, and then I just duct taped the edges of it to make it a bit more durable while I'm felting. So basically we're going to take this template and it's going to turn 2D into a 3D here boot. Now what else do we need? We definitely need some rovings. So I've got some beautiful alpaca rovings, and I have some beautiful sheep wool rovings. I have this like netting that we're going to use. It's going to be very helpful when we get to the felting part of it. We also need some Castile soap, some water. I'm going to be using a kitchen scale and a pot to boil our water, and probably a spray bottle as well. Okay, so let's begin. Basically, this was what I have left over from last time, and I'm just going to subtract it from what it came with. So we'll see how much this one weighs, we'll subtract it, and then however much is left in here, that's how much of the wool, sheep wool, we're going to use for the boot, just to make sure that it's going to weigh the same. And then I'm going to do the same for the amount of alpaca wool that we've used. So we've done our first layer of alpaca, now we're going to move on to the wool. I'm just going to flip this over, see how we're doing here. Perfect. Really nice, looking great so far. So whatever way I lay it is the way I'm going to, that's the direction I'm going to kind of smooth it out in. That's simply just what I'm doing, is just smoothing it out. There. There we go. So I'm just going to move it to the other side, and then I'll come back over and smooth it out a little bit more. That is good. Oh, that's beautiful. It turned out so nice, this one. Okay, I'll show you. Beautiful. Turn it around, and we've got lots of little pieces here. So I don't think I'm going to need too much for this side anyways. I only have a little bit left of this, but I have another bag, so if I need a little bit more, it's all good. Okay. I have to wet this one down a little bit. I can feel as though it's not going to stay too long. That's good. I mean, we might just do 5 layers. Actually, yeah, it was 5 layers. It's not 6. So 2 more, that makes sense. 2 more of the sheep wool to make 5 in total. Okay. And you could do this the opposite way, lying the resist on top. I don't know, for some reason I just like to do it this way. Soapy water. We need a little bit more soap here. There's the soap. Nice. I take this guy. There we go. That's gonna be good. Very exciting. I mean, the thing about making boots is you have to make 2, so if you're anything like me, you're like, yay, I finished product, but I'm not really done with the project yet, so you have to make a whole other boot. Kind of like knitting socks or mittens, probably just knit a scarf. But it's definitely going to be worth it. I can tell you that right now. I have one-of-a-kind booties. Perfect for the winter, perfect for inside. You can create a sole and wear them outside. So that's kind of my plan, is I'm tanning some hide, and I'm going to try and, this will be my insole for my boot that I'll make with my hide. So then we have a beautiful creation of completely natural fur, wool, and naturally tanned goat hide. It's just going to be quite incredible. Okay, the last couple pieces, probably 2 more. One more before we get this nice and wet. There it is. Okay, we're back. I've been felting now for quite some time. You can see the sun is now going down quite a bit. So that I've just been doing this a long time. Okay. So a couple things. I've been really working this like with basically all my might, all my muscles. Just have a net inside and one outside, and I'm going crazy to really work it in and felt. Okay, just have a net inside and one outside, and I'm going crazy to really work it in and felt. I've definitely laid the white layer on too thick. I guess I got a bit excited, so you can kind of tell there's a few really like clumpy spots that just are, I don't even know if they're gonna felt in or not. So it's really no big deal. I mean, we'll just keep working at it and see what happens, and if not, we'll fix it at the end. Yeah, so I guess another few things that I learned while during this process is you have to have a lot of determination. I mean, I'm here, the time is going, and I'm just rubbing this like crazy. I'm getting soapy and wet, and yeah, so you just have to really, really want it. And I really can't wait to have 2 pairs of booties, so just the determination that it's going to take if you also want to try this project. Have to let go of your perfectionism, so this one isn't quite turning out just as well as my last one, but there's no point in being stressed out over it. Like, crafting is all about just enjoying the creativity, and if you're stressed out, that it just is taking away from the purpose. So even though it might not be turning out perfect, just know it's supposed to be. It's turning out the exact way it's supposed to be. And you can fix anything at the end. I mean, this stuff is quite forgiving. We're gonna needle felt some designs on after, so it's gonna be what it'll be, and we can make it beautiful. So just how it is. So anyways, here's this guy. It looks so beautiful actually with all that nice stripes. It's very heavy, full of soap and water. And the resist is out now. You can see the alpaca on the inside with soap, but that's all brown. And I'll show you again the comparison of when these are going to be, what it'll look like when it's done. Now, already this one is so much lighter. It's just like, it's crazy how light it is. It's fully dry, and yeah, it'll just be so warm when we got them on. So the next step is going to be filling the water basically as hot as your hands can take it. Now, just like a wool sweater, you put it in the dryer, it's going to shrink. So that's what we're doing to this process. We're taking a big old stocking like this and making it into a wearable boot. So with saying that, when we pour it on the water and continue felting, it's going to shrink, and it might do it quite quickly. And what we have to be aware of is the calf. We don't want to shrink too much because we want to fit it around our leg, but we also need to be able to put our foot into the bottom of it. So as you can see, this one is a little bit wider up here than it is down here, and that's so that we can get our foot into it. So just to be mindful when we're using that hot water, hopefully it won't shrink. We're going to boil some hot water, and I'm just going to start that process. I mean, as you can see, it's very much felted all the way through. Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes. What I'm going to do is dip it in. Let's dip it. Okay, we dipped it. We dipped it. Yeah. Seems to be working pretty good.
folding process. So what we're now shaping it. You can tell it's coming into a bit of a shape here. How nice is that? Okay, you know what, a bit more bottom of it now. That, I mean, it's definitely turning, you can see. Pretty soon I'll have to put the boot on and keep doing this so it'll be shaped to my foot. I have to remember my left foot because I've already done my right. Okay, and it gets pretty messy at that point. But you know, it might be there. We might be there. Just have to accept the fact. We're gonna get soapy. Okay, here's the booty, and here goes my foot. So already I can tell the around my calf got pretty tight. Now that's fine, but that's as tight as I want to go. Okay, I'll just make sure. Just want it up a little bit higher if I can. There it is. Okay, so now you just put it on your foot and keep on folding. You definitely notice a lot of the bulk of it is in around my heel area, side, but it's nice to know at least it's shrinking. And this is it, like it is almost just like putty. You have to shape it. By rubbing it like this, you're shaping it, and that's basically it. So it's kind of cool. You like working with your hands? I would definitely recommend this. So cool. It's totally coming together. I love this. This is a fun part. And also a fun part is going to be needle felting the designs. Be very creative that way. You definitely have to work at it. Okay, get it a little bit more wet perhaps. Okay, dunk my foot in, keep going. Okay, I am all done for today. Soaking wet, full of soap. And that's that. You should have a nice wet felted boot. If you want to see the finished product, join our community on Facebook, Wandering Wildcrafts. We're gonna go get washed up. Bye.
Oh, wow, that's a very interesting bug I've got on me. Go on, little guy. Ooh. A little creepy, but kind of cute. Came off. Soapy. So it's a little bit breezy right now. Just wait for it to pass. Jesus. Back.
This is definitely hot. I might need to actually add a little bit of cold water. It's a bit too hot for my hands. A little bit too hot. Ouch. Holy fuck. Shit. Jesus. Okay, that's really hot. Please don't try this. I don't. It should be good. I'm like, it's too cold now. Okay, let's just try that.